Axel Witsel, former Borussia Dortmund man, alongside Jose Maria Jimenez and Cesar Azpilicueta. Those wing backs, Noel Molina on one side, he's back in the side for Rodrigo Riquelme, Samuel Lino, the Brazilian, on the other. In the middle is Marcos Llorente, joined by Koke and Rodrigo de Paul. And then up front, along with Morata, is his usual partner in crime, Antoine Griezmann. So plenty of talent on display for both sides here ahead of this one. We're almost ready to get underway. It's going to be Borussia Dortmund kicking us off. Both sides in their traditional colours. Dortmund, yellow shirts, black shorts, yellow socks. Atlético Madrid, red and white striped shirts, blue shorts and red socks. And on our referee, Marco Guida's whistle. We are underway. So at the Estadio Civitas Metropolitano this evening, Atlético Madrid, Borussia Dortmund, the last 8 of the 2023-24 UEFA Champions League. Live here for you on Flash Score UK. Thank you for joining me, Mark Strange, tonight. The other game taking place in the French capital. We've one in the Spanish capital and one in the French capital. Yes, Paris Saint-Germain against Barcelona. I'll keep you abreast of that one. We also have that one for you here live on Flash Score this evening. My colleague David Farini will have you covered on that one. And there's an early tester there. It was Kobo giving a pass to Nemecha, coming deep to get it under pressure after less than a minute. Sancho trying to go on the attack, but Azpilicueta foils him. Goes back to Oblak, who sends it a booming kick long. Schlotterbeck heads it back. Chan in the centre circle now, and Hummels goes back to Kobo, all in purple, the Borussia Dortmund goalkeeper. Here is Hummels, such an experienced campaigner. It's an experienced Dortmund side, Dortmund squad. Look even on their bench. Names there like Marco Reus, Julian Brandt, Niklas Süle on the bench. You look at the side tonight, like Hummels and Chan, Sabitzer. Both some exciting young talent in there as well. Here's one of those, Adeyemi into the corner, tracked there by Witsel. Sabitzer on the edge of the box, bit of a heavy touch, and De Paul can get in there, and Llorente will come away for Atlético Madrid. There's Lino, lovely touch to Griezmann over the halfway line. Atlético Madrid on the break here. Morata's been played into the penalty area. He's far wide right. He's got Lino in there with him. Morata, oh, great sliding tackle. Who was that got in the way in the end? It was Felix Nemecha coming all the way back from the midfield, along with Schlotterbeck, the two of them together, but a rapid counter-attack there from Atlético Madrid. Started by De Paul, then Llorente to Griezmann, on to Lino. And it was Ian Matson. My apologies to him. The left back was superb sliding challenge. Schlotterbeck was behind him, but Matson with a wonderful sliding tackle to deny Alvaro Morata, the two former Chelsea men. Now it's a corner taken by Atlético Madrid. Here's another former Chelsea man, Azpilicueta. Griezmann, right corner of the penalty area, whips in left footed to the back post, looking for Morata, headed away in the end by Ryerson. Alright, for a throw in on the far side. So Diego Simeone's Atlético Madrid on the attack early here. Now here is Samuel Lino to Morata. Chan with a good tackle, and Adeyemi tries to come away. Ryerson will clear down the right touchline. And Borussia Dortmund will get a free kick there. A foul on Niklas Füllkrug by Jose Maria Jimenez. Just a bit too strong a challenge from the Uruguayan international into the back of the German forward. And we have our first free kick of the evening, but a rapid start there from Atlético Madrid. Edin Terzic, their Dortmund's Croatian head coach, will be very glad that they were able to ride that one out. We're hoping to get a bit of a foothold in the game. Here's Chan now, furthest man back for Dortmund, forward to Hummels. Chan, I think if necessary tonight, can drop in as a third centre half. With Matson pushing forward as he is here, is Adeyemi left hand side inside the Atlético Madrid half, and almost given away there by Felix Nemecha. But they have committed a calamitous error here after just 5 minutes. Now here come Madrid again. Griezmann intercepted by Schlotterbeck, and oh, they nearly let Morata in there. A bit of miscommunication. Schlotterbeck and Kobo were leaving it for each other in the end. Schlotterbeck has to clear hurriedly, and now DePaul's going to come back at them here. I think he ran that one over the touchline, possibly. He did indeed throw in to Borussia Dortmund, but they look shell-shocked. And they have shot themselves in the foot majorly here early in this game. And the Metropolitano is buzzing, and there's another dreadful error, that time from Hummels, under pressure. And he puts it out for a corner kick. Griezmann nearby. Hummels, a defender of his experience, should have been doing better. But instead he puts his side under unnecessary pressure here for a corner. Griezmann to take a left-footed outswinger. In it comes the French international, and Witsel threw himself at it, trying to score against his former side. Misses the header, but comes back out. Griezmann, Witsel flicks it on. What a save by Kobo! Almost 2-0. Witsel with 2 chances against his former side, and what a stunning save by Gregor Kobo to deny him the second time. Griezmann's cross. I think actually Witsel's offside there. Kobo didn't know that though. What a save! A flick from Witsel. He got in front of Schlotterbeck. Well, he was offside, but not seen, so it is going to be a corner to Atletico Madrid, and if they score from this one, Edin Terzic will not be happy. Apologies there, folks. A few technical difficulties, but we are back live here at the Metropolitano. We haven't missed any action. 10 minutes gone. Early opener from Rodrigo de Paul after a calamitous error at the back from Borussia Dortmund is the difference between the sides. And Dortmund have had a really shaky start here. There's Ryerson now under pressure from Lino. Goes back to Kerbal and Hummels now to Ryerson, and back to Kerbal again across the 6-yard box, which is not something you really want to be making a habit of. Kerbal though will find Chan and almost caught out by Lino. My goodness, such risky football from Edin Terzic's side here. And they have not been able to string together any good attacking phases. There's Morata now to Koke. The Atletico Madrid captain getting involved here. Azpilicueta. Fulkrug gets his toe in there now. Away come Borussia Dortmund with Adeyemi, but challenged by Koke, and Azpilicueta will go all the way back to Jan Oblak, who for the first 11 minutes or so here has been nothing more than a spectator. The Slovenian, all in green, in the Atletico Madrid goal tonight. This has been an excellent start for Diego Simeone's men. Diego Simeone has never lost a home Champions League knockout tie. Atletico Madrid have never lost a home Champions League tie against German opposition. So the omens are not looking good for Borussia Dortmund, and they certainly have not been good in this opening 12 minutes. They'll be hoping to settle down, but Atletico Madrid aren't really in the mood to let them do so. There's Morata now, lovely flick to get away from Hummels. Morata's into the box, right hand side, he's got options in there. Schlotterbeck nudged him out of it a bit, but he still finds Llorente. Llorente forced wide into the right corner now by Matson. Cross deflected off Matson, it'll reach Lino at the back post. He's then forced back by Ryerson to the edge of the box. Azpilicueta. Lino. To De Paul, who flicks one forward there looking for Llorente. Matson wins a header. And according to the referee, there's an overhead kick attempt from Morata. I thought the referee was going to blow for a foul. He had the whistle in his mouth there. Llorente went up for the header on the right hand side of the penalty area with Ian Matson. And Marco Guida, our Italian official this evening, had the whistle to his mouth, but in the end decided against blowing. And instead, an overhead kick from Alvaro Morata straight into the gloves of Gregor Kerbal. Dortmund now back on the ball with Emre Can. Now Hummels, 14 minutes gone here at the Estadio Civitas Metropolitano in the San Blas Canalejas neighbourhood in east of Madrid. Jadon Sancho goes in a bit of a run and holds off Molina. Cuts in off the right. Still going Sancho, and Koke though was over there, and Koke does an excellent job. Wins a sliding tackle and believes he won the throw-in, but not so, says the linesman. So a throw-in it is to Borussia Dortmund. Let's have a look here again. Well, Koke certainly wins the sliding tackle and puts it Gets a touch on it. However, I think he was trying to say, and rightly so, that Sancho may actually have taken that ball over the touchline before he made the tackle, but right swinger from the French international. Hands on hips here. Comes now. A flicked on the front post, and away is Witsel again, the former Dortmund man, who had a flicked effort from a corner, superbly saved by Gregor Kobel earlier. Sancho dances away from Griezmann, but now he puts Can under pressure, and he's fouled by Witsel, and that's a free kick to Die Schwarzgelben, deep inside their own half. My goodness, they have really been under the cosh here in the first 17 and a half minutes. You're listening to UEFA Champions League quarter-final first leg action here at the Estadio Civitas Metropolitano of Madrid. It's Atletico Madrid 1, Borussia Dortmund 0. I'm Mark Strange guiding you through this one. Atletico Madrid side with 4 changes from their weekend league victory over Villarreal. Coming in, Azpilicueta, Molina, the goal scorer De Paul, and Morata. Going out there were Mandava, Riquelme, Barrios on the bench, and Memphis Depay, who misses out altogether tonight. 2 sides who are in ho-hum form in the league and just scrambling to try and get to qualify for this competition next season, but for now it's all about trying to make that last 4 and getting this advantage after the first leg. Good interception there by Matson, and now Emre Can. De Paul slips and Can gives it back to Schlotterbeck. A bit of unconventional pass there with Sabitzer flicking it on, but he's got Ryerson into space down the right hand side. Sancho ahead of him. Sancho comes deep, Azpilicueta and Lino with him though, and now the Brazilian's going to come away down the left on the counter-attack for Atletico Madrid. Has Griezmann with him, Morata in the middle. He chooses to lay off a short pass to Griezmann. Koke, lovely first time pass back to Lino. Morata up the middle, Llorente to his right, Molina getting forward outside him. Llorente right corner of the penalty area, gives it to Molina, right footed delivery first time. Morata going up there, but Hummels has to put it behind for a corner, and Atletico Madrid are just cutting through Borussia Dortmund at will here and getting out their back line and forcing them into the concession of corners. Another one here as we approach the 20-minute mark in the Spanish capital. Corners, despite having Dortmund nerve jangling, haven't resulted in anything yet for Atletico Madrid. Can this left foot right swinger from Antoine Griezmann come to something now? In it comes, good delivery into the back post. Jimenez wins a header and Morata flicks it on over the bar. Just couldn't keep his header down. Alvaro Morata, Jose Maria Jimenez with an excellent job of getting up with the back post. Rose highest above a couple of Dortmund defenders. Well, Morata was well onside. Both Füllkrug and Schlotterbeck keeping him on. The big striker just couldn't get his head over that one. In the end, headed underneath it, up and over the bar of Gregor Kobel. There's Karim Adeyemi. Really, first 20 minutes we haven't heard from Niklas Füllkrug apart from in the odd defensive situation. Here's Lino again, heard plenty of him. Looking for Griezmann, blocked by Ryerson, and at the second attempt Hummels gets in there. Now Sancho on to Sabitzer, but well read by Jimenez, and now Griezmann away down the left hand side in front of Edin Terzic, Borussia Dortmund's head coach, who won't be overly happy with what he's seen so far. His side very much under the cosh, which he probably expected coming into this first leg, but he would have looked for a lot more than this. So there's an overhit ball from Nahuel Molina, easily into the gloves of Kobel. Borussia Dortmund just look to calm things down and build from the back. Kobel sets the ball down and looks for his options. Down the left with Matson, flicked on there by Nemecha, but he was caught there, Felix Nemecha, by Koke. Free kick it is to Borussia Dortmund. Those two expected to have a midfield battle. Hasn't really materialised so far, but it's a not overly clever challenge from the Atletico Madrid captain into the calves of Felix Nemecha. Now Hummels, Matson in the centre circle. Sprays one wide right to Sancho. Lovely ball. Good control in the chest from Sancho. Faced up by Azpilicueta. He'll go back to Ryerson. And back further again to Hummels. Midway inside the Atletico Madrid half on the right. Sancho. Now Ryerson getting forward. Right corner of the penalty area. Forced wide by Azpilicueta. And good defending from the Spaniard. And he'll get it back from Lino and will clear down the left touchline for Atletico Madrid. And it's back with Schlotterbeck in the centre circle inside his own half for Dortmund, now over halfway. He goes Schlotterbeck to Marcel. Atletico Madrid corner. This is just incessant pressure from Diego Simeone's men. Jadon Sancho, not exactly renowned for his defensive capabilities, but did the job there. But say at the concession of a corner, Alvaro Morata clears the grass out of his boots. Not exactly too much mud in this grass, that's for sure. Griezmann now plays the corner short to Lino. Has an option for Griezmann back, but he takes on Sancho once and twice, beats him, gets a good delivery into the back post. Jimenez and Witzel go for it. Ryerson heads it up into the air, not really clear. Fulkrug has a go at clearing. Eventually Matson does, but sent back by Molina. Atletico Madrid forced backwards, so Molina gets it back, and he'll go back again to Oblak in goal, who make that his second touch of the night, both from back passes from his side. Not what Borussia Dortmund wanted. There's Chan to Hummels, and now Schlotterbeck. A sizable chunk of Borussia Dortmund supporters. We saw one set of German fans of Bayern Munich not present in the Emirates Stadium last night. Of course, their UEFA ban after the use of pyrotechnics in their round of 16 tie with Lazio. Borussia Dortmund fans are here in their numbers, as they so often are, loud, colourful, passionate. But they'll be looking for more from their side. The home fans will be delighted with what they've seen, but arguably will be thinking they could have had at least another goal. But I'm sure if you offered them 1-0 after 25 minutes, they would have taken it. Morata now looking for Lino. Ryerson, the Norwegian international, intercepts. A bit of rupee pass back from Sancho to Hummels, but Kerbal will clear. Long with the right foot. Fulkrug, he's strong, he holds off Jimenez. And he's now going to be called back. Oof, that's a nasty one from Lino. Unintentional, I would say, but he's went right over the ball and caught. You know what he thinks, as is Koke, the captain, and Lino and Schlotterbeck. Well, a bit of an uneasy truce between the two there. I wouldn't say it was all smiles, but all's fair in love and war kind of reaction between the two. But yeah, not the cleverest of tackles from Atletico Madrid's Brazilian wing back. It's Diego Simeone. We see him on the touchline there, stretching as if he's ready to put himself into the action. This is so often the case. There's an animated figure on the touchline. His teams always reflect that though, and that's what Borussia Dortmund have found here today. They have been under the cosh of a insurgent Atletico Madrid side, looking for a first semi-final appearance in 7 years, would you believe? Doesn't feel that long. Here's Llorente away down the touchline, and good work by Matson it is to get back to him, and Llorente fouls Matson in the end. He's not happy, Marcos Llorente, and I think the referee wants a word. Oh, more than a word, he books him. So the referee not afraid to get the cards out here early in this one, setting down a marker. It's actually for a foul in the end, Emre Can, and I didn't really look too bad a foul. I think maybe that we said a minute ago that Llorente was giving the referee his viewpoint, an unasked for viewpoint, it must be added, on the booking for Samuel Lino, and then with a rather dramatic reaction to conceding that foul. I feel like that card might be more for his reaction as opposed to the foul itself. Just getting info there that booking for Lino, well, he'll not be present in Dortmund. Enough for him to be suspended for the second leg at the Westfalenstadion. So there's a miss for Atletico. Here's Azpilicueta now to Lino, who'll be hoping still to contribute for the next hour of this one. There's Emre Can. Sancho back to Ryerson. He'll not thank him for that pass under pressure from Griezmann, but he gets it back to his goalkeeper. I think trying to say to the referee there that he was also caught by Griezmann, so a little bit of needle to this one, that's for sure. Not a violent game, not an aggressive one, but certainly the challenges are flying in here from both sides and simmering gently at the moment. Will that bubble over later in this game? We shall see. Schlotterbeck now on halfway. Seems to have recovered from the full force of Samuel Lino's studs on top of his foot. Maatsen back to Schlotterbeck. Maatsen again. Hummels now to Ryerson on the right touchline. Dortmund, well, this is probably the most sustained possession Dortmund have had, but they barely got out of their own half. It's Schlotterbeck again who decides to spray one forward. A beautiful pass in the centre half. What a weapon that is to Sancho. Right hand side of the penalty area. Dortmund on the attack for once, dancing in and out. Super work by Sancho. Gets it across, blocked behind by Jimenez. Excellent work out of Jadon Sancho. He couldn't pick out a yellow and black shirt in the middle, but he does win Borussia Dortmund their first corner right on the half hour mark. And the Manchester United loanee, the much maligned Manchester United loanee, Jadon Sancho, showing what he's capable of. And that's going to be a corner in front of the flags and scarves and banners waving of the Atlético Madrid supporters behind that goal. Sancho to take it himself, a right-footed out swinger. In it comes, header met up there by Hummels, but couldn't keep it down. But that's your first real chance of the game for Borussia Dortmund. Actually, it went over Hummels' head. He jumped. It was Nemecha behind him who made the contact, leaping over his marker, Nahuel Molina, but just couldn't keep the header down. But it's taken half an hour, but Dortmund all of a sudden with a chance there. More of the same needed from Edin Terzic's men. Oh, a goal kick from Oblak taken down beautifully out of the sky by Morata, and he has it back now after temporarily losing it, and wins a throw for his side on the halfway line. Molina has ball in hand, the Argentinian World Cup winner, ready to take this throw. Sends a long one down the touchline, but Hummels and Schlotterbeck get each other's way, and Morata into Griezmann, has Lino a man over, finds him, Lino one-on-one, Lino makes it 2-0, another defensive error from Borussia Dortmund has cost him, and this time it's Samuel Lino who finishes with aplomb, and Diego Simeone celebrates on the touchline. His side lead 2-0 on the night, and Borussia Dortmund only have themselves to blame, as it was another defensive error that has cost them here. It was Schlotterbeck and Hummels. No communication between two experienced centre halves who should know much better than that. The two of them got in each other's way, and in the end Morata, Griezmann and Lino punished them on the overlap, and it's the Brazilian who is lapping up the applause here, all from a throw-in. Molina's throw. Oh, it's dreadful. Neither of them really in the end go for the header, and that leaves them a man down. The two of them duck out of the header really. I think one expecting that the other would take it, and then that leaves them 3-on-2. Ryerson is forced to come in and try to cover, and by the time Hummels gets back out towards Lino, it's too late. A really cool, calm finish past Gregor Kobel, and Atletico Madrid with a huge gap here now, a 2-0 lead, a 2-goal deficit for Dortmund to try to overcome here. And although we've only played, they've given it away straight from the kickoff. What are Dortmund doing? Griezmann now looking for Morata, but Schlotterbeck gets in the way this time. What on earth are Borussia Dortmund doing here? Just hitting the self-destruct button. Now they're on the counter-attack themselves. Can they get one back after all this? Adeyemi getting his best to get past Molina. Gets a cross in. Witsel turns it away. Beating Nemecha and Maatsen to the touchline. So a throw-in it is for Borussia Dortmund as we see Edin Terzic march back to the bench, where he speaks with a familiar face to fans of German football and potentially fans of Liverpool. Nuri Sahin, former Dortmund midfielder, now part of Terzic's coaching staff. As the scarves come out here now around the Metropolitano. Borussia Dortmund, my goodness. I understand that they're under pressure, but Just self-inflicted damage here. Both goals coming from defensive errors. And Atletico Madrid gobbling him up gleefully. And De Paul, I think, has left one in there, and Ryerson, who's writhing on the ground in pain. The referee says play on, advantage. Matson now back to Schlotterbeck. Ryerson's back on his feet, but limping fairly heavily. I'd like to see a replay of that one. I didn't quite catch. Just looked like he'd sort of left a boot in there, Rodrigo De Paul. Needless, if so. Sancho now gives it away, also needlessly. Griezmann has it back midway inside his own half. Here's De Paul. Griezmann nods it down to Koke. De Paul, oh, just a lovely dummy, takes Sancho out of the game. He's still got it, De Paul. Ooh, risky pass, so straight to Adeyemi. And now Atletico Madrid under pressure. Adeyemi, blocked by Witsel, loops up in the air and over the bar. Oh, that deflection could have gone anywhere. Karim Adeyemi shot deflected, loops up high into the air by Axel Witsel and lands on the roof of the net. It might even have took a nick off the crossbar in the way it passed. Oblak was panicking, backpedaling, and indeed lands right on the roof of the net. Let's have another look here. Well, De Paul, I think, has stood on Julian Ryerson's foot. Nothing too damning about it. A sore one nonetheless, I'm sure. But here's a Borussia Dortmund corner. 10 minutes before the break, in it comes. Griezmann gets a diving header onto it, and nearly Polak is a poor ball boy behind the goal. A right smile from him. He doesn't get his head onto many at either end of the pitch, but he did enough to clear that one behind for a corner. One of those ones that could have gone anywhere, but for him, it's behind, and the Atletico Madrid fans are loving his bouncing, singing, flags waving. As Borussia Dortmund prepare for another corner. In it comes. Good delivery, good header away by Morata. The two strikers back doing their defensive duties, and Matson has to chase it all the way back to the halfway line, and it goes all the way back to Kerbal as Lino, who covers so much ground, was back there with him. Atletico Madrid out shooting Dortmund 8-2 and outscoring them 2-0 here. Two defensive errors from Dortmund. The first punished by Rodrigo De Paul after Kerbal and Matson played two risky passes on the edge of their box. The second one from a throw-in when neither Schlotterbeck nor Hummels, really them either, went for the ball. Both left it for the other. And it was pounced upon by Atletico Madrid. A couple of passes later, and Samuel Lino was rolling it past the unprotected Gregor Kerbal. And there's Chan, who's now nearly so Kerbal short. Morata chasing him down. Jimenez with a bit of a unkempt clearance there. It was off his thigh really in the end. Here's Hummels now on halfway. Mats Hummels. Julian Ryerson. Back to Hummels, who will not want to see that mix up between he and Schlotterbeck again. And he picks out Matson there nicely. And Metcha. Back to Hummels in the centre circle. 37 minutes gone here at the Estadio Civitas Metropolitano. You're listening to Mark Strange here live on Flashscore UK. UEFA Champions League last date. It's Atletico Madrid 2, Borussia Dortmund 0. Molina with a good challenge on Sancho, but he gets it back from Matson. Sancho, Metcha. Schlotterbeck under pressure again, and he just holds off Griezmann and goes back to Hummels. And the other quarter-final, it's another big one for the Spanish side. Barcelona leading 1-0 as Dortmund come into the box away by Koke. Now picked up by Ryerson on the right-hand side of the box. In it comes, away by Azpilicueta. Goal from Rafinha 5 minutes before half-time there. At the Parc des Princes is the difference between Barcelona and PSG, and now Marco Guida is over to have a look here as Rodrigo De Paul has been felled by Julian Ryerson, I think. Oh no, he's handball given. The camera didn't pick it up the first time, but Ryerson's cross blocked by the hands of a leaping De Paul. However, nothing given. That'll be a free kick to Atletico Madrid in the end, which Oblak will take on the edge of his own box. This has been probably exactly how Diego Simeone dreamt up this first half. Ryerson beats Lino in the air, and Adeyemi will get to the loose ball. Hurdles Lino, and then hurdles a sliding tackle by Azpilicueta. Still going, Adeyemi just about keeps it in. Nicely done. Full Krug, haven't seen enough of him. Told to get up under a challenge by Axel Witsel. And away come Atletico Madrid with Griezmann. He gets away from Chan. Advantage played though. Lino now down the left hand touchline. Down to dance inside Ryerson. Can't, but the ball will deflect into the path of Griezmann. On halfway. Now Koke. Turns and goes back to Witsel. And rolls it laterally to Jimenez. Spreads it looking for Molina. Dortmund intercept with Matson, but Nemecha can't capitalise. And Borussia Dortmund, well, I'd say Edin Terzic will be giving them a stern talking to come the break. They have self-destructed here in the first half in Madrid. Griezmann, run ahead from Lino, and he's going to get on the end of it. Samuel Lino again. Good challenge this time by Hummels, and Ryerson will mop up to clear. And now Schlotterbeck on the edge of his own box. Now Nemecha to Ryerson down the right hand side in front of his manager Edin Terzic. Diego Simeone kicking every ball as he does from the other technical area. Never mind the tracking devices and player shirts. I'd like to see one Diego Simeone's suit. Also wouldn't fancy dry cleaning his suit after a game, that's another matter. Here's Matson now. Nemecha back to Matson on halfway. Schlotterbeck finds Ryerson with space out there. But instead of looking ahead, Ryerson is content just to roll it back to Hummels. And Borussia Dortmund, I'm not saying things need to be rushed as such, but they need to have a bit more urgency about them. Hummels now on halfway to Schlotterbeck. And goes Schlotterbeck right left to Matson, who blocked by Molina. And his clearance is blocked in turn by Matson, and Witsel will have to deal with that one. But good strength from Axel Witsel to hold off Jadon Sancho and just let that one roll out for a goal kick. Because you get a look at that second goal again, Hummels and Schlotterbeck. That's really is dreadful defending from the two of them. No communication. Morata to Griezmann to Lino. I have to say Atletico Madrid still had work to do to finish it, and they did it superbly. And Samuel Lino took it so well, and lovely touch from Griezmann's pass, and then just rolls it past the onrushing Gregor Kobel. Here's De Paul, who slips and lets that one go out of play right in front of his manager. 3 minutes plus stoppage time left at the end of the first half. It has been all Atletico Madrid. Matson now looking for Shabit serve, and all black will come out, and no problem with that one for the Slovenian stopper. And they'll roll it out to the Belgian international Axel. And Oblak had to get down quickly to his right to block it. First real save Atletico's stopper has had to make tonight. And he makes it with aplomb as he usually does, as Morata goes up, wins a header over Matson, but lands like awkwardly on his back, and the referee is happy to stop it to check on Alvaro Morata, as is Ian Matson. A sore one right in the base of the back. Nothing intentional about it, he just went up and over Matson and landed awkwardly. Let's just get another quick look there at the replay of Atletico Madrid's second goals. We're also getting a look at those Borussia Dortmund fans up high here in the gods at the Metropolitano. We'll be hoping for more in the second half. There could be more for Atletico Madrid in this first half. Lino, lovely work, lays it off for Griezmann. Big looping deflection of Mats Hummels, and we'll have a corner as we go into minute number 45 here, and we'll see any second now what sort of added time we'll have. But Atletico Madrid will have a corner here. See if they can push another one over the line. Just the one added minute here, so not long in stoppage time for either side to do anything. Griezmann will deliver, left-footed out swinger. Good header away there by Sabitzer. And Lino will collect and go all the way back to Oblak, who's come out of his box to get that back pass, and takes a touch, rolls it out and then booms it long. Looking for Griezmann. It's diagonal run, but Shan heads it away. And Mecha turns away from DePaul and from Llorente and Morata. Good work there from him. Sancho, full crook. Here's Sancho on the right hand side of the penalty area. Jadon Sancho hits one at the narrow angle and it just goes wide. And that, you feel, is the last chance of the first half for either side. Come the way of Dortmund through Jadon Sancho. Right hand side of the penalty area, faced up by Azpilicueta. Not really options in the middle. He went for the near post of Oblak and couldn't hit it. Now have two balls on the pitch, and that will certainly mean that the first half is indeed over, and it's a first half that Borussia Dortmund have shot themselves in the foot twice. Two defensive errors have gifted Atletico Madrid 2 goals, but the home side have been on top throughout. Goals from Rodrigo de Paul and Samuel Lino are the difference at the break. Diego Simeone will be delighted. Edin Terzic's men with a lot to do in this second half. Join me for that second half very shortly. Being snuffed out there in the end by the Atletico Madrid defence. One change at the break before Borussia Dortmund, which has basically seen Edin Terzic reverse the one change he made to the side from the weekend's defeat against Stuttgart in the league. And that sees Julian Brandt now on in place of Felix Nemetja. A first half for Borussia Dortmund that saw them gift Atletico Madrid 2 goals thanks to 2 poor defensive errors. The first finished by Rodrigo de Paul after Gregor Kobel and Ian Matson give a couple of risky passes along the back line before the second finished by Samuel Lino after Nico Schlotterbeck and Mats Hummels got in each other's way for a header. Long ball forward there looking for Sancho, is intercepted, and Molina will come away down the right for Atletico Madrid. Jan de Brandt. And now Schlotterbeck to Matson. And the left flank now with Sancho. Ryerson. To Adeyemi. And there's Chan. And Sancho, left hand side, along the left corner of the penalty area, along the edge of the box. Sancho, and a hit by Sabitzer, and not strong enough to trouble Jan Oblak, but better from Borussia Dortmund to start this second half anyway. It actually took a bit of a nick on the way through from Rodrigo de Paul. As we see Diego Simeone, all in black as usual on the touchline, kicking and heading every ball as he so often does. There's Schlotterbeck with a heavy touch. He wins it back off Griezmann, but then de Paul nicks it off him again. De Paul runs into Ryerson in the end, just on the edge of the Borussia Dortmund penalty area. Now Emre Can back to Hummels on the edge of the box, and back to Emre Can. Ooh, heavy touch from Can, but he still gets Fulkrug involved, who wasn't involved nearly enough as he should have been in the first half. Karim Adeyemi now on the right hand side, midway inside the Atletico Madrid half, spreads it out left. Sancho just about keeps it in but loses any momentum that Dortmund had. Matson back to Sancho, back to Matson. Sancho almost sells Schlotterbeck short with the pass, with Morata closing in, and Morata does an excellent job of chasing Schlotterbeck down. Atletico Madrid win it back, and Molina gives one for Griezmann to chase down the right, but Hummels will steer it back to Kobel, who has to take his share of credit, or blame should I say, for the first goal, but nothing he could have done about the second. Advantage played here by the referee for a foul on Koke as Lino leaves that one on halfway for Griezmann. De Paul. Lino back to De Paul. Does De Paul fouled there by Ryerson? He was, despite the Norwegians' protestations. So just under 5 minutes into the second half, there's a free kick right on the left touchline, just inside the Dortmund half for Atletico Madrid. Ryerson just going in a bit too heavily there. De Paul is over the free kick, plays it short to Azpilicueta. Good skill from De Paul to keep it in. Azpilicueta with one for Morata to chase. Schlotterbeck will come across and nick it away from him. Now Ryerson, and he's fouled by Morata, who's just chasing a little bit too hard to get to that one. As you see Edin Terzic coming out of his technical area to bark out some instructions at his side. I'm sure he gave them a bit of a talking to in the changing rooms at the break. Oh, and there's another ball given away by Adeyemi as he looked for Ryerson. Now De Paul to Koke. Morata edge of the box, nice flick, but You can't get past Schlotterbeck, and Kerbel will clear left-footed. And now here come Dortmund forward. Oblak sent back there by Emre Can on halfway. Adeyemi, Emre Can, Füllkrug, nice turn. Witzel claims a handball against Brandt, but it's going to break for Füllkrug, edge of the box, left footed. Oh, he hit it low and not hard enough. He had Sabitzer and Adeyemi to his right. Didn't look up and use them. And it's chance gone begging for Die Schwarzgelben. Let's see it again there. Jan Oblak never going to be beaten from there. His goal kick though will beat Morata to the touchline. That's a throw in to Borussia Dortmund on the left hand side, basically right on halfway. Ian Matson, the Chelsea loanee. Back to Schlotterbeck and now Kerbel. Oh, Ryerson dances away from Lino. Dortmund fans holding their breath there. The Norwegian gets away and now finds Füllkrug in the centre circle. Heavy touch though from Niklas Füllkrug. And Marcos Llorente can nip in, and now Molina down the right, back to Llorente. Oh, flicked on by Lino. Now Molina's away down the right hand side, has Morata and Lino in the middle. Molina on his left foot, right corner of the penalty area, and saved by Kerbel at his near post. Low and hard strike from Noel Molina. It's now back with Llorente and now De Paul. Griezmann. He finds Jimenez. That's Piliqueta. Molina flicked on by Llorente, caught late by Matson, but Molina will keep going. Referee says you can have the free kick if you want it, but advantage is there too. Llorente though has stayed down and seems to be in some pain. And in the end, it's a booking for Jadon Sancho for catching Marcos Llorente. Yeah, that's a painful one. Well, actually Ian Matson who caught Llorente, but the referee seemed to brandish the card in the direction of Jadon Sancho. Perhaps the camera angle's playing tricks on me there. It was Sancho that was beaten a little bit too easily by Molina as he hit the strike low and hard down to Gregor Kerbel's left. And now Llorente is going to get to his feet, but limping fairly heavily there. So perhaps the first Atletico Madrid change is in the offing. We're going to look at the subs warming up down there for both sides. Nobody seems to be really warming up with too much ferocity. So it looks as though Llorente is going to be okay. Still limping though, but a free kick nonetheless here to Atletico Madrid. Has been confirmed it was. Ian Matson cautioned. So that's just the camera angles there, not doing me any good. Griezmann's left foot, Molina's right over this free kick. Left footed delivery from Griezmann, flicked on by Morata on the edge of the box, but not near enough power to trouble Kerbel. And an easy save for the Swiss international in the Dortmund goal. 55 minutes gone, 10 minutes into the second half. Still Atletico Madrid 2, Borussia Dortmund 0. Live UEFA Champions League quarter-final action here on Flash Score UK with me, Mark Strange. Thanks for joining me this evening. There's Matson now down into the corner. Sancho left hand corner of the penalty area for Borussia Dortmund. They're trying to come forward here now. He has the substitute Brandt inside him. He uses Can, and he finds a nice ball for Sabitzer. Füllkrug down, lays it off though for Brandt. Deflection, big looping deflection, and wide. Borussia Dortmund looking for a penalty there. Füllkrug thought he was fouled, I think, by Jose Maria Jimenez. We'll have another look at it here. That was nice build-up play from Borussia Dortmund. Better than anything they've produced so far. A lovely flick from Sabitzer. It was actually as Piliqueta who had his hands around the waist of Fulkrug. He still managed to lay it off to Brandt, and Azpilicueta managed to get to his feet again and block the effort over the bar. But the corner is all it is. Delivery from Brandt, away by Morata, and Griezmann picks it up in the edge of the box, challenged by Adeyemi, and it'll be blocked by Sancho, but he just can't keep it in. And that's a throw in. We're getting our look here now at this penalty cry. Lovely flick from Sabitzer, and well, certainly Azpilicueta has a chunk of Fulkrug's shirt. The question is, does Fulkrug have a chunk of his? And well, not really. One that did not, and that one hasn't gone in the favour of Borussia Dortmund, but they have been better to start this second half. They now just need to be testing Jan Oblak and the Atletico Madrid defence more if they want to at the very least take a salvageable scoreline back to the Westfalenstadion next week for the second leg, one that I'll be covering here for you again on Flash Score UK. You can stick with us for all your big match action in the Premier League and beyond. There's Emre Can now, holds off a challenge. Rodrigo de Paul finds Sancho. He was caught though. Can advantage play. Sancho skipping in field. Lovely work from Jadon Sancho. He's at the right hand corner of the penalty area. Lino, he gets past him. Azpilicueta doesn't get past him though. Super work, and Atletico Madrid can come away with it now with Lino down the left hand touchline. Emre Can is back. No, he's not back on his feet, still down and seemingly some pain, but Atletico Madrid are on the break here. Griezmann, Molina's in behind. The pass forced the Argentinian wide. Back to Griezmann around 25 yards from goal, and he looks for either Llorente or Morata. It's too long, and Borussia Dortmund immediately point to their stricken captain on the ground further up the pitch. He's not looking too happy, is Emre Can. Caught by De Paul. I think he may have. We've seen a stud catching the turf. I don't know. He is back on his feet, but not looking overly enamoured with the situation. You can see a Borussia Dortmund sub getting prepared, but that man is a striker, the Ivorian Sebastien Haller. Also see a bit of barking there between a couple of the officials, Diego Simeone and one of the Borussia Dortmund coaches over that. Seems a little heated on the side, and Emre Can incidentally is okay. Let's flick on, there's Brandt. Faced up by Koke. Nice ball down the touchline now. Finds Sabitzer, he tries to deliver. Oh, and almost reaches Adeyemi, but Oblak dives at his feet. Good brave goalkeeping there. And keeps Karim Adeyemi at bay. Good work from Marcel Sabitzer to get down the right hand side. Oblak now volleys the ball forward. Sebastien Haller, who Can with an air shot there, nearly let Griezmann back in, but he finds Ryerson. Haller, of course, who had a wonderful African Cup of Nations. He's recovered from it. Diagnosis of testicular cancer, came back and scored the winning goal in the final for his country in their host African Cup of Nations. I mean, it doesn't get much more storybook than that, and he's going to come on here and replace Niklas Fulkrug on the hour mark, and Fulkrug really has not had as influential a game as he or his side would have hoped. Fulkrug is strong, but a bit more of a stocky build. Sebastien Haller is a big tall striker, so that'll give the Atletico Madrid defence a different look, that's for sure. Throw in here taken by Molina down the line looking for Morata, and manhandled a little bit by Nico Schlotterbeck, but nothing doing, says our Italian official Marco Guida. Atletico Madrid here looking to continue their marvellous record. Against German opposition in Europe. Their previous 12 European home record against German opposition. Their previous 12, they've won 8 and drawn 4. Diego Simeone has never lost. Apologies there, folks. I had some free drop ball to Dortmund, but frustrating for Dortmund. That kind of took any momentum out of that attack, but they do still have it here with Ryerson. Emre Can midway inside the Atletico Madrid half. Adeyemi. Schlotterbeck now midway inside the Atletico Madrid half. Ryerson to Emre Can. Adeyemi tries to get past Lino, who has been in much more defensive mode in this second half, but has done it, I will say admirably, but more than admirably. He's been excellent. at the back, just as he was going forward in the first half, where he scored the second goal, putting the lovely finishing touches after a defensive mix-up between Nico Schlotterbeck and Mats Hummels allowed Morata and Griezmann to link up. Schlotterbeck back to Ryerson. Brandt. Emre Can. Dancing feet there of Emre Can. Pass blocked though by Barrios. Emre Can looking for Sabitzer. It's just all of it scrappy here for Borussia Dortmund. Schlotterbeck. Wee comes lunging in there on Marcos Llorente, and that's going to saved by Jan Oblak as we tick into the 70th minute here now in the east of Madrid. Adeyemi, nice skill there. Back to Sabitzer into the back post looking for Brandt, but Molina flicks it away from him, and that will go for a throw in, or sorry, a corner, right in the corner. So Borussia Dortmund do have a set piece here. Can they do anything with it? Brandt takes it short to Sancho. Oh, dreadful from Sancho, and in the end Molina intercepts and stops the corner. Throw in, no, Sancho will take it. Back to Brandt, left hand corner of the penalty area. Good right footed delivery in. Up goes Schlotterbeck, and well held by Jan Oblak, and he's going to send it long. Only Griezmann up there with Brandt, who's got all the way back to help out defensively. Good work from him. He goes back to Gregor Kobel. Now Ryerson to Emre Can. Matson down the left hand side to Sancho. And now in the edge 18-yard box. Good challenge in him by Witzel. And you see Edin Terzic there trying to get some instructions across to his English winger. Adeyemi 1-2 there with Ryerson. Goes back to Hummels on the edge of the, let's say the edge of the box. That's not the box, that's the halfway line. Schlotterbeck now into Haller. Haller holding off the challenge of Jimenez and wins the free kick in the end. So good strong strikers play there by Sebastien Haller. Jose Maria Jimenez does not agree with Marco Guida's call, but that matters not. And it's a free kick. Well, I think Jimenez actually originally had a bit of a kick at the heels and the ankles of Haller before pulling him back. So there's a couple of things probably that he could have been pulled for there. And we're going to see another Englishman brought into the fray here. Jimmy Bino Gittins getting himself ready to come on here on 72 minutes. Don't know if Borussia Dortmund are going to take the free kick first before bringing that replacement on. It looks like it. Jan Oblak organising what looks like a 4-man wall. It is indeed going to be that. Bino Gittins is going to come on first for Karim Adeyemi. He's had a bit in getting it up and over the wall, but Oblak was able to watch it go up and over the bar. Never really came down from Brandt. Diego Simeone on the touchline, trying to get the home crowd up here for the last 15 minutes or so. Edin Terzic trying to get his side up for the last quarter hour of this Champions League quarter-final first leg, live on Flash Score UK. I'm Mark Strange here. The Estadio Civitas Metropolitano. Atletico Madrid 2, Borussia Dortmund 0. Matson's pass intercepted there by Barrios. Throw in to Borussia Dortmund. He was back to Schlotterbeck. 1-2 with Emre Can. Then goes lateral to his centre half partner Mats Hummels. Oh, a dreadful pass from Hummels though. Ooh, but DePaul has caught Sebastien Haller. No, he hasn't. Play on, says the referee. Griezmann. He goes to ground under challenge from Ryerson, who can't believe it. Shake of the head, and he kicks the ball away, so he might be lucky to escape a caution there. Julian Ryerson, he will escape it in the end, but just treading on the foot of Antoine Griezmann as he tried to venture forward. So free kick to Atletico Madrid. A second half here that really hasn't sparked into life, but that suits Atletico Madrid a lot more, although I'm sure they'll want at least another goal maybe to take to Dortmund next week if they're being greedy. 2-0 is a good lead, but 3-0 is awful lot better. Gregor Kobel is building his wall along the edge of the box. Left footed delivery from DePaul. Oh, it's going to make all the way to Lino at the back post. What a save by Kobel. Lino with the best chance of the second half for his second and Atletico's third. There's a sliding challenge in the end by Jimenez, and he's going to be booked for his troubles as Borussia Dortmund try to break. But what a save from Gregor Kobel to keep this game at 2-0 from Samuel Lino at the back post. DePaul's free kick travelled all the way to the back post, and it looked for all the world like Lino would finish at the back post. Stayed on side, timed his run to perfection. It went across all the Borussia Dortmund defenders, but Kobel was like a cat across his goal line to get to that one, diving at the feet of Lino, and denied the Brazilian his second and Atletico Madrid's third. How big a save could that be in the tie? Only time will tell, but it might be one of those we look back on as a key moment in this tie. Here's Bino Gittins Twisting and turning to try and get away from Pablo Barrios. Instead he goes back to Emre Can, who clips one out right for Ryerson, who has to backtrack to get it, but he does. Midway inside Atletico Madrid half. Hummels back to the right hand side there now with Sancho, as with Adeyemi coming off. Sancho's gone to the right and Bino Gittins on the left. There's Kerbal. Kerbal sends it long. Bino Gittins is fast and he almost gets the better of Nahuel Molina, but Jimenez can clear. Llorente now trying to turn Schlotterbeck and he holds on to him, it looked like. Are we going to get another card here? No, but we are going to get a free kick, that's for sure. Nico Schlotterbeck giving a hold of a chunk of Marcos Llorente's shirt, and Marco Guida has to go and have a word with Diego Simeone and ask him to calm down. A fairly intimidating thing to do, I would say, but between Schlotterbeck and Emre Can, they made sure that Llorente was going nowhere. What a ball that was from Griezmann. Sorry, De Paul it was. Across the face of everybody. Lino at the back post, and so close to finishing that one. So we're going to see the introduction of Angel Correa very soon for Atletico Madrid, as that free kick is cleared by Dortmund. Now Brandt, midway inside his own half, twisting and turning away from everybody, and keeps possession. Now Ryerson, Emre Can, Haller, and now out left to Matson, who has Bino Gittins with him, but a good challenge by Molina will deflect that one into touch. I think we are going to get that aforementioned Atletico Madrid sub. No, we're not. Throw in taken by Bino Gittins to Schlotterbeck. Emre Can. Cross in is deflected into the gloves of Oblak. And Borussia Dortmund, well, just over 10 minutes plus stoppage time to go for them to try to get something out of this. Otherwise, those two first half defensive errors are going to be enough for Atletico Madrid to take a 2-0 lead back to the Westfalenstadion next weekend, or next week should I say, and that's a really poor clearance there by Kerbal, straight into touch under no pressure. But it will give Atletico Madrid a chance to make a change, and Rodrigo De Paul is coming off and Angel Correa is coming on. It's a bit more of an attacking sub, you would say. De Paul, not quite a holding midfielder, but certainly a bit more defensive minded than Correa. De Paul was the man who got the first goal after just 4 minutes, capitalising on some dangerous passing around their area by Gregor Kerbal and Ian Matson. And has been a threat all evening. And it's the Argentinian Angel Correa who is on to take his place for the last 10 plus minutes here at the Estadio Civitas Metropolitano. Immediately throws himself into the action with Hummels, but the ball will break for Kerbal, who then dummies Correa. Oh, but another dreadful one. Hummels gives it away. Barrios, Griezmann almost found Correa immediately. And then Dortmund give it away. Matson thought he was fouled, but now here's Llorente to the byline. Did he overshoot that one? I thought he did, but Lino heads it back and wide. I don't think it would have counted anyway. I think Llorente had taken it beyond the byline, but Borussia Dortmund again playing some kamikaze football in their own defensive third. And well, you can see why Ian Matson was so upset about Llorente winning the ball back. Ultimately it came to nothing anyway, but there was a certain arm there by Llorente to stop Matson's attempted pass. Schlotterbeck striding forward. Emre Can. Can again. Nice flick on there from Sabitzer. Brandt. Ooh, and he finds Haller. Is there a chance? Haller, he buries it. Super finish, Sebastien Haller. And on 81 minutes, Borussia Dortmund have halved the deficit out of nothing. That's exactly what Edin Terzic's men needed. And it's now Atletico Madrid 2, Borussia Dortmund 1. Jadon Sancho is getting himself in a bit of wrinkle with Pablo Barrios trying to get the ball back to the halfway line. But Sebastien Haller lashes one home here with 9 minutes to go. And that has reduced the deficit by half here. A lovely pass it is from Julian Brandt. Haller didn't bring it down under control the first time, as Koke had tried to get in the way, but when the ball dropped to him, Haller, with a clinical finish, he found the ball, hit it on the turn, low and hard into the bottom corner, and this time Jan Oblak couldn't get down low enough to it. Big goal in this tie from Borussia Dortmund. I said a minute ago how much of an impact that Gregor Kobel save from Samuel Lino would have. Well, now look at this here. It's going from potentially 3-0 to Atletico Madrid to just a few moments later 2-1. And Borussia Dortmund are preparing a couple of subs down here on 82 minutes. One of them looks to be Marco Reus, although the ball out for a throw in by Ryerson, he's in too much a hurry to get going to allow his teammates to get on the pitch. But Hummels clips one out left to Maatsen on halfway. It's going to be Marco Reus and Sally Ozcan to come on here for the last 7 minutes or so. Well, whenever they come on, that is. Schlotterbeck now has the ball. Over the top for Bino Gittins all of a sudden. Good header won by Jimenez, and Molina volleys clear. All of a sudden this game not quite as comfortable for Atletico Madrid. And they'll not be happy with only taking a 1-goal lead. There's a long ball for Llorente to chase. He is like a Duracell bunny, he really is, but good defensive work from Schlotterbeck to take it away from him and keep it in. And then no foul on Maatsen by Llorente. He can't quite believe that. It's only going to be a throw in to Atletico Madrid deep in Dortmund territory, but before that those two subs can take place. Lovely pass by Brandt. Koke. It's actually Molina. I just saw the 6 in the back of the shirt, but it's a 16 of Noel Molina. Thought he had intercepted, but when the ball dropped, Haller got his bearings, found the ball on the turn, smashed it low and hard past Oblak. And we're going to see Marcel Sabitzer come off first to be replaced by Marco Reus, and Emre Can, the captain, to come off to be replaced by Sally Ozcan. So both of the Borussia Dortmund midfield has changed. Sabitzer and Can off, Reus and Ozcan on for the last 6 minutes or so, and Emre Can not exactly hurrying his way to the sideline, which gives you the impression that given how this game has gone, perhaps Borussia Dortmund are happy enough to go back home with just a 1-goal deficit. They fancy their chances in front of the yellow wall at the Westfalenstadion next weekend. I keep saying weekend. When has a Tuesday been a weekend? My apologies for that. Next Tuesday it is, in case you're scratching your head looking at the fixtures. There's Brandt, wins a header, flicks it on, looking for Haller, well intercepted by Barrios, and Jimenez will go back to his goalkeeper in the box. First time ball boomed forward by Oblak over the head of Griezmann, but Hummels has lost it, and Angel Correa's in here for 3. Kobel saves a weak shot in the end from Correa, but my goodness, Mats Hummels trying to commit another act of self-harm on his side there. And in the end, though, Angel Correa couldn't get a strong enough shot off, and it was easy save for Kobel. How many times does Gregor Kobel bail this side out, though, today? And he does so again to the most experienced of experienced centre-halves in Mats Hummels, with another poor error after he and Nico Schlotterbeck's mix-up over a header led to Atletico Madrid's second goal. After this man, Ian Maatsen, and his goalkeeper exchanged risky passes for the first one. So Borussia Dortmund really, well, in actual fact, really only have themselves to blame for even being behind here. Edin Terzic will be the first to admit it wasn't a perfect performance, but my goodness, they've stuck in this game. Ryerson now, headed away by Jimenez. Haller went to ground. Behind him under pressure from Witzel, with nothing given. Maatsen nods it forward. Brandt now in the left corner of the penalty area. Brandt to Ozcan. Dinks one in looking for Royce. Witsel gets his head onto it but can only flick it behind for a corner. And on 86 minutes here, Borussia Dortmund are finishing this game the stronger of the two sides. I was getting a look at that effort from Correa, and well, Hummels actually managed to get back and put him off, so sort of making up for his error in that case. Julian Brandt to take this corner, right-footed in-swinger from him, the half-time sub. In it comes close to Oblak, he punches it, there's bodies on the floor everywhere, headed back in by Ryerson, Koke, and then Griezmann volleys clear. Ryerson nods it back. Bino Gittins will beat Correa to the ball on the right touchline. Approaching the penalty area, Jimmy Bino Gittins hits on his left foot and rising and over the bar. Did that take a touch on the way through? I think it did. We'll see the replay now. Away from Lino and Barrios. And it did indeed take a nick off. Oh my goodness, they hit the bar. Oh, I didn't see that at first sighting. It took a nick off the head of Cesar Azpilicueta and nicked the crossbar on the way over. So close from Jimmy Bino Gittins. It's going to be delivery from Brandt, which is poor volley clear at the front post by Griezmann. And now Sancho and Barrios competing for the loose ball. It's going to break for Bino Gittins again. He's been a great introduction. Haller to Hummels, who's still forward. Royce, right hand corner of the penalty area. Delivery blocked by Azpilicueta. Throw in to Borussia Dortmund. What an effort it is from Bino Gittins, and that the touch off the head of Azpilicueta was crucial as it just nicked it onto the bar and over. Bino Gittins gets past Molina and into the box. He's still going, Jimmy Bino Gittins trying to cut it back. Witsel blocks out corner again. 87.5 minutes gone here at the Metropolitano, and Atletico Madrid, Diego Simeone's Atletico Madrid, are under the cosh here to finish this game. Borussia Dortmund have left it late for a grandstand finish. Could they even take a draw back to home next week? Sancho's delivery is a good one to the back post. Brandt will send it back across. Schlotterbeck had fallen, but it comes back to Brandt now on the edge of the box. He'll clip one in, away by Molina. Matson and Griezmann challenge. Bino Gittins back in, away by Molina. Now it's 2-on-1 for Atletico, but Ryerson is quick and beats Correa to that one. A couple of subs waiting to come on down there for Atletico Madrid. It looks to me like Saul Niguez and Rodrigo Riquelme are the two to be coming on. Who for we shall see. 88 minutes gone. It's all of a sudden gone from a bit of a drab quarter final to sit on the edge of your seat for these last few moments. Atletico Madrid 2, Borussia Dortmund 1. Atletico Madrid have had a 2-goal lead from the half-hour mark right up until the 81st minute, when Sebastien Haller's goal has halved the deficit and given Dortmund some hope. Bino Gittins looking for the run of Royce, but it's going to be too long, and Jimenez will hold him off. And well, Royce has, I think, leaned into him a little bit there as the two were going to the byline, and Jimenez, though, I mean, he's obviously milking that one for all it's worth. We can look at Bino Gittins again. He's so good, just a really old school winger, attacking his man, getting to the byline, and then his effort as well on his left foot, glancing off the head of Azpilicueta and kissing the crossbar on the way over. As we get a look at some rather stressed looking Atletico Madrid fans. They were gifted 2 goals the opening half hour by Dortmund errors. They haven't really kicked on and have allowed their visitors back into this one. So Rodrigo Riquelme is going to be the first man on. Diego Simeone screaming at his players to come across. Is actually going to be the first sub. Is going to see Saul Niguez come on here for Noel Molina. And nice Stefan Savic has appeared out of the dugout too, so a triple sub coming our way. And well, the Atletico Madrid officials and the fourth official here are just making a bit of a hames of this, if I'm being honest. Molina off and Saul Niguez on. The next one to come off then is Samuel Lino. So both goal scorers have now been withdrawn. Lino off for Rodrigo Riquelme. Super evening for the Brazilian, but he'll not be in Dortmund next week. His booking tonight means that he's been suspended for the second leg, so he'll be a miss. He's withdrawn. The last one sees Axel Witsel off for Stefan Savic. So that triple sub finishes Atletico's permitted subs for the evening. Just to recap it amongst all that bit of madness there, coming on then is Saul Riquelme and Savic. And coming off then are Molina, Lino and Witsel. We are now into stoppage time. All of that commotion has taken us over the 90-minute mark. Wasn't quite able to see what stoppage time we'll have. Whatever it is, I'm sure they'll add about another minute onto it after this. As Schlotterbeck comes across from Korea. 5 added minutes. Technically we have played one of those 5. But perhaps it'll be closer to 6, given that nearly a minute was taken up by that triple sub for Atletico Madrid. Marcos Llorente now with ball in hand. He is just a Duracell bunny. He goes and goes. He's now playing more of a right back role to finish this game. Schlotterbeck forward looking for Haller, but Jimenez is there and Schlotterbeck sends it back up there. Sancho is held off by Riquelme. Can Atletico Madrid re-establish that 2-goal lead, or will this game just be a 1-goal advantage going to Dortmund, which would be disappointing for Atletico Madrid given that he dominated most of the game? But Borussia Dortmund have really come back hard into this game in the last 15-20 minutes. They've got a goal that gives them some life to go back home next week. This tie very much in the balance, as is the game in Paris in this closing stage of it. 2 is Paris Saint-Germain 2, Barcelona 3. Another wonderful tie. We've had 4 fabulous first legs this week, all of them teed up beautifully for next week. Of course, the 2 English sides, Manchester City and Arsenal, both level 3-all, and with Real Madrid and 2-all with Bayern Munich respectively. And in this one there's a goal in it, and it looks to be a goal in it going back to, I was going to say the Nou Camp. Won't be going back to the Nou Camp. We're going back to the Olympic Stadium in Barcelona next week for the second leg. Here's Llorente to Barrios. They did take that one over the sideline, but nothing given. Özcan will come away with it though for Borussia Dortmund. 3 of the 5 added minutes played. Are the 2 teams quite happy with their lot here? Atletico Madrid, after all that pressure, just happy to be taking any lead back to Germany. And our Borussia Dortmund quite happy. Do they fancy their chances just to go down? Either way, it's going to leave the tie poised. Well, here come Dortmund. Brandt to Bino Gittins, left hand side, midway inside Atletico Madrid half. Good sliding tackle by Koke. That's perfect. Perfectly timed in every sense. And he wins the throw in off Matson, which I'm sure they'll be in no hurry to take. Bino Gittins is slow getting to his feet. Edin Terzic looking at his watch. Not long left, but he'll probably be happy here in the end with this one. Of course they'd rather win or draw, but given where they were in this game, I'm sure he'll be happy enough with this. But maybe there's more in it for Atletico Madrid. Correa to Riquelme, left corner of the penalty area, faced up by Hummels. Correa hits it low and soft and straight at Kerbal. I said his big save from Lino at 2-0. I said that you might look back at that one in this tie. We'll see at the end of proceedings next week. But it certainly was a 2-goal swing here. It's just a couple of minutes later, Sebastien Haller scored at the other end. Here's Royce into the last minute here now. Sancho on the right hand side. Good challenge by Rodrigo Riquelme, but Sancho will get it again. Right hand corner of the penalty area. Sancho cuts in field. Good challenge this time by Azpilicueta. It'll break for Schlotterbeck, who's robbed by Griezmann. Good work from him. Correa is going to have to do it all himself if he wants to go forward, but he goes backwards to Saul. And now Koke. Koke going forward, no foul given. But we're seconds away from this being over. Schlotterbeck in the centre circle to Matson. Marco Guida having a look at his watch. Where the 5 minutes are now up, but will he want to add more for those subs? Perhaps not. Maybe one more chance in it here for Borussia Dortmund with Sancho, but he loses it. Özcan, are they going to get it in the box? Royce away by Saul, away further by Barrios. Hummels is going to bring it back in one more time. Royce on the right hand side delivers, up goes Brandt with a header off the bar. Oh, there was one last chance in it. Julian Brandt's header comes off the angle of post and bar and I think that's been the last chance. The referee, as he blown his whistle, he has game over at the Metropolitano, and Atletico Madrid will go to Germany next week with a goal advantage. But my goodness, the last kick of the game, Julian Brandt, his header comes off the angle of post and bar, and we get a look at some very relieved Atletico Madrid supporters. He was unmarked on the penalty spot. All Black stood still, and Borussia Dortmund's late surge isn't enough to take a draw back home, but with just the one goal deficit, they'll be confident of turning this around next week. Their defensive errors in the first half have cost them here, though, as it's finished at the Estadio Civitas Metropolitano. Atletico Madrid 2, Borussia Dortmund 1. This one's